This is happening outside an ICE detention facility. And what is happening here exactly?
It all started when ICE detainees went on a hunger strike because of what they called unsanitary and inhumane conditions at the facility. Things got violent Monday afternoon when agents arrested some protesters and sprayed pepper balls into the crowd. But DHS says no individuals were directly struck by pepper ball projectiles and blamed New Jersey Democrats for the chaos. Now, Jersey Democrats are once again calling for Delaney Hall to be shut down.
We went in because we heard the complaints, the people protesting, hundreds of them talking about the inhumane treatment that they're getting. We talked with dozens, if not 100 or more of the detainees. Often they were talking about the poor food that they're getting, really disgusting food, that they're not getting the medical treatment that they need and deserve. I talked with a pregnant woman that was not getting the care that she needed. I talked with an 18-year-old high school senior who should be at a school, not in this facility there. This place needs to shut down, and these people need to be able to get out, be back with their families. They are not even being given the time in court. If this administration is so convinced that these are people that are dangerous, give them time in court.
A hunger strike. Thus, Senator Kim of New Jersey showed up.
I understand, but he's a senator. Respectfully.
Respectfully, still. You got the pictures over there? This is his picture. All right. You guys went over your eyes.
You saw all of that correctly. Your eyes are not deceiving you.
Watch this video that I'm about to show you as a sitting U.S. Senator recovers from pepper spray by ICE. This is sitting U.S. Senator Andy Kim as he recovers after being pepper sprayed by ICE as he supported detainees who were on a hunger strike. The detainees were protesting spoiled food and no medical care.
When he was outside the facility, Senator Kim, per the Daily Beast, was left struggling to breathe after being pepper sprayed by ICE agents during the chaotic Memorial Day clashes outside of Delaney. Kim tried to defuse the entire situation just prior to agents blasting forward and firing pepper balls into activists and protesters alike. He would then be pepper sprayed in the face. Was he alone? In short, no. Thus, Governor Mikey Sherrill was denied entry to the facility. MAGA, what was their response? Here is just a small sample.
Oh my gosh, I just read my 100th article about how Mikey Sherrill, the governor of New Jersey, is just passing laws against ICE. It seems to be her only focus on getting ICE out of New Jersey, ICE facilities. She just wants to stick it to President Trump, like that's her goal. Yet, we are one of the most expensive states in this country. We have the highest taxes in this country, and we have the most people leaving the state for other states in the entire country because nobody can afford to live here. It is literally impossible to live in New Jersey right now with the amount of money that we have to pay in taxes and bills, in energy. It's absurd, yet all she cares about is catering to illegal immigrants. And it's so obvious because that's how she won the election in the first place. We all know it.
Of course, they're mad for the dumbest reasons. As always. Super consistent. On this very facility,
that is where a lot of the detainees who we're seeing being pulled out of courts down at Federal Plaza here in New York City, people in courthouses across New Jersey, that's where they're going, is to Delaney Hall. Delaney Hall was shut down by the Biden administration because it is not a place where human beings should be housed. They can't live there. Trump came into office and they reopened it last May. 300 plus inmates smuggled a letter out that I got detailing the fact that like their food is spoiled. The water is not drinkable. They're being abused. And there are several people in there with health conditions that are not being treated. There's a pregnant woman who was injured while in there.
Oh my God.
There's a woman who had a miscarriage a couple weeks ago who didn't get treatment for that miscarriage.
Oh my God.
There is a man who fell in the shower and currently has like a ripped up t-shirt wrapped around his head.
Wow.
Instead of being treated in the hospital, there's someone living with HIV who has not received any treatment. And so the detainees were trying to bring attention to that.
Shout out to Here's Why Kevin, and also Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg for platforming him to go over this serious issue on their show.
After an election, we're here to govern. And we're actually meant to try to solve problems. It saddens me because, like, I get to do a job, like those of us in Congress, we get to do jobs whose job descriptions are in the Constitution of the United States. Like that, as a son of immigrants, that's a deeply humbling experience. But I have colleagues of mine that don't really care about that. Yeah. You know, they don't really care about the ability that there are only 535 people in this country that have the ability to write federal law. Instead, they just want to use this for retribution, use this to try to, you know, kind of throw fire and brimstone down in political rhetoric. And ultimately, who's going to suffer? It's the American people.
Senator Kim would recap, I saw chaos inside and outside of the ICE detention center, Delaney Hall, today. Detainees protesting the wackadoo process, the disgusting food and poor treatment, while their families and advocates stood outside calling for help. Instead of engaging with me and others about the poor conditions, ICE sent in an armored vehicle and a line of armed agents that only poured gasoline on the fire. Civilians were tackled and restrained, and agents fired pepper balls and spray into the crowd. This is more of the same lawlessness we've seen elsewhere around the country. Our country deserves accountability. Our country deserves the humane treatment of every person here. In fact, our Constitution demands it. What I witnessed and experienced today was shameful. Delaney Hall is a failure. It's this administration's failure. The only way to make this right for our communities is to shut it down and make sure the failures we've seen never happen again. The Beast had more. Delaney Hall has been controversial since it opened in May 2025. Within days, Newark Mayor Ras Baraka was arrested outside. We covered that, by the way. 4 detainees broke out during a revolt over food last June. Rep. LaMonica McIver was indicted for allegedly interfering with federal officers during a congressional oversight visit. She put in a plea, not guilty. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports, and or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.